Hi, we are Serena Wu
and Hannah Goldberg. Our signaling pathway involves auxin, a hormone in plants. Auxin is produced at the tip of a growing plant, specifically in the shoot apical meristem. The major role of auxin is for cell growth and elongation. This is important in phototropism, which is a response that allows plants to grow. When the sun comes in, auxin moves toward the shaded side of the plant. Since auxin leads to cell elongation, the cells on the shaded side will elongate more, causing a bend of the stem towards the light.
Now let's look at what happens within a plant cell. Auxin enters each cell through an auxin transporter located on the plasma membrane known as the PIN proteins.
Now auxin will travel into the nucleus, where the signal transduction pathway begins. Auxin, the ligand, binds to the TIR1/AFB receptor. This complex then binds with AUX/IAA, a transcriptional repressor that acts as a brake pedal and blocks the expression of auxin-responsive genes. This then forms an SCF complex, otherwise known as the ubiquitin ligase complex.
The complex will lead to AUX/IAA degradation. Proteasome, a protein complex, comes in and degrades the AUX/IAA. Once it's degraded, ARF, an auxin response factor that regulates auxin-responsive genes, is released and leads to a change in gene expression. This is the cellular response in this pathway. Since the AUX/IAA was degraded, ARF activates expression of auxin-responsive genes and DNA transcription.
If auxin was absent, the AUX/IAA would bind to ARF and repress the expression of auxin-responsive genes and therefore block transcription.
The changes in gene expression due to auxin causes cell elongation. Auxin activates a proton pump that actively transports H+ from the cell into the cell wall. Increased H+ concentrations decreases the pH in the cell wall and makes it more acidic.
The low pH activates enzymes called expansins. Expansins make sure that the cellulose microfibrils are no longer tightly tethered to each other. Then the cell wall becomes more flexible. Inside the cell, there's a high turgor pressure, so water will move into it and elongate the cell.
This cell elongation plays a role in phototropism, as previously mentioned in this video. Ultimately, auxin signaling transduction pathway is an essential process that regulates nearly all aspects of plant growth and development.